Hi everybody, welcome back to the next video. Today I have a really useful tip that's going to help you to understand the difference between learning in a classroom and why it's so slow and inefficient compared to studying on your own. So the first point is actually related to the courses that are being used. When you go to a traditional school, the courses are general, very general. Usually they're for a certain level of student, and the teacher goes through each lesson in order. And if you've been learning a language for a while, this probably means that you're spending time relearning things that you've already learned, and a large portion of time is spent focusing on things that don't really help you to develop the skills you need for your specific goal. The goal is the course, to pass the tests and move on to the next level. This is the goal of the course, but your goals are probably very different. You might want to be able to communicate to get another job in an English-speaking country, or maybe just in a company where English is a benefit and you can get a job that pays a little bit more. Maybe you need it for traveling or some other reason. But communication is your goal, not to know this course and all of the details to pass the test. That's not the goal, and that's why it's so inefficient. Maybe only 20%, let's say 50% of the course is helpful for you. The other 50% of your time is being completely wasted. And also your brain space. Your brain has a maximum amount that it can learn, so it's really, really important that you focus on the things that are useful for you. Let me explain with a very specific example that demonstrates how courses are teaching people how to listen and how ridiculous it is and how it doesn't work. So if you're like me, maybe you've been in a course before and the teacher has put a stereo at the front of the class and played an audio track for you to listen to. And while you're listening to that audio, you're supposed to mark which answer is correct. Now, very common, it still happens today. I have students telling me this is how their teacher is testing their listening skills, and they're disappointed with their results. And the next question that I always ask my student is, did your teacher give you some audio to help you train your ears to understand the words that you were supposed to understand, or to hear some sentences or phrases that you would hear this example or the grammar that they are testing you on to help you train your comprehension? And the answer that they always say is, no, they didn't give me any audio. Okay, so let's think about this. The schools are testing you on your listening skills without providing training. They're not teaching you how to learn and understand new words. They're not teaching you how to improve your comprehension. They're playing an audio and expecting you to understand how to hear things that you have never heard before. You have read them, you've done written exercises, but you've never trained your ears how to understand what you're hearing. This is crazy. This is actually one of the biggest things that annoys me the most about how schools try to teach listening. Related to the concept of teaching listening skills, I'm going to show you the difference about how I'm going to teach you how to actually improve your listening instead of using a crazy method that all the schools are using around the world. The method that I have for you today, it's a really simple strategy that you can use to understand difficult audio a lot better. And the second point in the listening activities is actually going to help you to understand better ways of understanding things that you can't hear. So if you're listening to a person speak and you realize you're only understanding 80%, I'm going to show you what you need to do to actually understand the 20% that you're not hearing. It requires some work, and we really need to focus on what we're not hearing rather than what we can hear. This is real advice, and this is advice that's going to make a difference to improve your speaking skills and your listening skills.